So one of the solutions that I hear from all of you is obviously going to go away would be fossil fuel-based solutions. Dare I say diesel in today? Let's talk about that a little bit.
Diesel for long-haul trucking is pretty good. So it'll be difficult to displace that, for long-haul big trucks.
For passenger vehicles, what is the long-term future for gasoline and diesel? Do you have a feeling about that, Margot?
So maybe.
Good. Clearly diesel has been the fuel that has been used to power commercial trucks, locomotive, marine engines. And the reason for that is it's a very durable engine and it offers much more significant fuel economy benefits, at least 20% better than an equivalent gasoline engine. But when it came to cars, the last time we saw a car in the US was in the mid-'80s with General Motors. I don't know if anybody's from GM. That was an awful car. I mean, diesel cars as a whole were just awful cars back in those days. They were smelling, they were noisy, just not fun to drive. But in Europe, because of the taxation of fuel, diesel became the fuel for cars, not just for trucks and commercial, engines. So what ended up in Europe is 50% of the cars are diesel cars. And they have improved a lot, better torque, better performance, clearly better fuel efficiency. And in the US, diesel cars could not come to the US because they could not meet the environmental standards that we set at EPA and the state of California. Until 2004, 2005 timeframe, when we required the oil industry to reduce sulfur levels in diesel, and you saw the emergence of diesel cars, and you've been very successful. So I think, in my view, diesel still has a role to play, and the biggest issue is not competing with gasoline, but it's competing with hybrids. At some point, people are going to say, do I really want to buy the diesel because of better fuel economy instead of getting a hybrid or electric? Okay.
We're going to open this up to questions in just a second, so prepare.
Can I say something still about the diesel?
Yes, please.
Okay, good. On the diesel, I believe it's too early to kind of say goodbye to the diesel, because we obviously know all the things that are happening right now. I think we just have to wait how the technology plays out. There was one thing which is relatively clear: we will see more and more electrification. I think there is no doubt about it in all different kinds of forms. Therefore, it goes definitely in the direction that Margot and Jerome describing. There will be a transition period, because honestly, not everybody can afford right now a battery of the size in every small little car. So therefore, we will rely for some time on some kind of combustion engine. If diesel actually is not as good as we all thought it would be, it will change the game significantly, and we will need to find other solutions to get to the fuel efficient standards and things like this. But from my understanding, this is too early at this point right now that we kind of say the technology doesn't work.
No, and can I say something? The technology does work. I mean, we're talking about a name company, unfortunately, that did not put the technology as they should have to make the diesel clean. But the technology does work. I think the challenge for diesel, as it is for gasoline engines, is can they continue to compete in the marketplace when we're going towards zero-emitting vehicles? So in my view, pure gasoline hybrids and diesels are really the interim step for the next 10 years, but we have to be moving to electrification.